Hi everyone, Blake Burkamp, research agronomist with Great Plains Ag, coming to you from the field today with the Great Plains Inline subsoiler. We're here in a field of milo stalks doing a field demo. In this area of the field we're in is unworked, and we've been making some passes with the subsoiler, but we wanted to show you the unworked area of the field and the depth of compaction that we're looking at. So the important piece with the inline subsoiler is running it deep enough to shatter all those compaction layers and reset the entire soil profile in a vertical format. So one way to find those compaction layers is with a soil probe. This probe has a 1/2 inch ball on the end of it here. If you push it down into the soil profile, you can feel the density become tighter, and you can actually feel those compaction layers as well. So we push it down as deep as we can go, and then as we begin to pull back up, we feel it catch on the compaction layer, deepest compaction layer, and we pull up and measure that depth from the end of the probe there to the soil surface. So in these conditions, we found that again to be in this 10 to 11 inch range is our deepest layer. We'll also feel one in that 7 to 8 inch range as well. And so we've dug a small soil pit here to also confirm what we were feeling with the soil probe. So we dug down as deep as we could go until that ground was just too tightly compacted to dig any further. Again, we were at about 11 inches in depth there. And again, I mentioned before, we did feel a second layer here in that 7 to 8 inch range. So again, this was the area of the field unworked, and the key piece to setting the subsoiler shanks is to go a couple of inches deeper in that deepest compaction layer. So we're running the subsoiler about 14 inches in depth to get below that compaction layer. We'll now step over to the area of the field where we just made a subsoiler pass and show what that looks like in the soil profile. So now we're here in the pass of the field made by the subsoiler. As you can see here, we're on 30-inch shank spacing between our shanks, and we are running about 13, 14 inches in depth. Here's that shank void that I found to the soil surface. So that's just at the depth we need to be, as we found that compaction, deepest compaction layer at 11 inches. So if we look here in the soil profile, we can see we're getting nice lift and fracture from shank to shank, resetting that whole entire soil profile between each of the shanks and across the width of the machine. So this is exactly what we're after in accomplishing with this deep vertical tillage and resetting the entire soil profile. So again, looking forward to following this along through next year's growing season. And for more information on the inline subsoiler, reach out to your local Great Plains Ag dealer or find us online at greatplainsag.com.